The Will and Woody Podcast.
We are so pumped right now because we have a very special guest, Samantha Jade.
Hey. To me. That song, Sammy, it's still that one and Bounce, is my favourite. They get into my soul, man.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Sammy, we're going to talk about your new single, Dance Again. We are both very bloody excited about the fact that you've made some new music. But before I get to questions about your new single, can you remind me, were you my show girlfriend on Celebrity Apprentice or were you Will's show girlfriend?
Remember, it was kind of up to Taria every week. Yeah. Like every day she would change who she wanted to be.
I'm going to need some explanation here as to what kind of weird and wacky shit went down behind the scenes on Celebrity Apprentice.
No, so
basically,
Sammy,
it was like we partnered up, like we had a person that we could, really just chat to and be like, oh, this was a hard day or whatever it may be. And Taria, we kind of took her lead. She's the one who invented it, really.
She did, yes,
Classic.
she did. And she also invented the real keys in the bowl swinger situation, which
now
was
we're talking.
changing who you were dating very, very quickly from day to day. But Sammy,
right.
I was really sad to see, by the way, the finale of Celebrity Apprentice is on tonight, but I was sad to read that you'd go home in tears in between filming Apprentice.
Oh my gosh, so many of the times I would go home in tears. Like Pat was like, what do I do with you? He's like, what's happening here? You're so sad. But you know what it's like. It's like that pressure cooker situation and everything was just so intense. And I think that towards the end of my little journey on the show, I didn't cry as much. It was the first weeks.
I don't know how you guys did it. Like, I just watched the promos and it was too awkward for me to watch because it was like, this isn't, you think Celebrity Apprentice people go easy on each other, but shit gets personal.
Oh my gosh, seriously, it does. And like, don't you reckon when you watch back, you're like, what, that was going on? I didn't even know that. Like,
totally. Because because you see, because you see for the first time the interviews they do privately. Like while you're filming, everyone's still sort of being nice to your face. And then all of a sudden you watch it again, like watching it on TV, and you're like, oh, that's what Ronnie actually thought of me.
Who was the biggest backstabber? Because I think Ronnie is not coming across like he's a very good person, just quietly.
I mean,
he's trouble.
Whoa, what was he? All those interviews, I was like, what? Tell us how you really feel, doll. He was like so intense with that stuff. It was so intense. But I think that what cracked me up the most about like my firing episode is that I'm just like sitting there chatting to Amy and Carla, and they're just having a full conversation, basically saying they're about to kick me out.
Yes,
and it's happening right here, but you know how it is. You can't actually hear them.
Yes, no, 100%. It is a very interesting rewatch. Now, Samantha, we should talk about something which is a bit more upbeat, though, and that's your new single.
Oh, I thought we were about to ask her if she would Harry Styles, because that's what I've been asking everybody all day. Because I have a theory that everyone, no matter what sex, gender, sexual proclivity, whatever you're into, no one would say no to Harry Styles.
He is a beautiful, beautiful man.
I know.
Hang on though, Sammy. I want the full answer to that question after we hear your new single. Samantha Jade joins us right now. We did just hear your new song, Dance Again. Go and have a listen to it. Wherever you get your music from, get around Sammy's new one. But there's a great message behind it, Sammy. And you're actually inspired by your late mum, Jackie, with this one.
Yeah, well, my mum was a dancer from when she was like 3 or 4. She loved dancing, and then she went on to be a ballerina in her teenage years and always loved dancing. And then, she got sick with cancer, and it was the kind of cancer that kind of took away her ability to walk and ultimately dance, which was her favourite thing. And so we'd be in the hospital room and she'd be like, make us dance and dance in a little hospital bed. And when I was writing this, it wasn't primarily about that. It was more so during COVID, and we couldn't actually dance. Remember, we couldn't go anywhere.
I forgot about that. It was so
weird. Remember how weird that was?
Yeah.
And so I was inspired by that, and obviously my mum and how horrible that was. And she used to always say to me, while you have your legs, use them dance around the house and do those things. And so that sentiment and COVID and all of the craziness, I just thought it was a really nice kind of sentiment to be like, yeah, we are going to dance again, and things are going to be okay.
I love that. Oh, she would be looking down, absolutely stoked about the whole thing. She's back in the spotlight, baby. Loving it. I love that story, mate.
Aw.
Now, Sammy, before the song, I think we were hitting on an area which we're both very interested to hear about. More you, Ash, to be fair.
Because I thought that's where you were going with this, but you were instead you wanted to get excited about her song.
Yes, yeah.
It's a theory that I have, especially after, he's been playing Wembley and he's just gorgeous, is that everyone in the world, no matter your age, gender, what you're into, if given the opportunity, no one would say no to a night of passion with Harry Styles.
He is a beautiful man. Here's the weird thing here, the spanner.
Okay.
Well, there's no spanner.
'Cause
Come on, Sammy, there's no spanner.
Well, let's get the-
Harry is standing in front of you saying, take me in your arms.
Get the spanner involved, I
Okay.
say.
The spanner is here. I went on tour with One Direction when they were here, and he was really lovely. I met his stepmom and his dad.
tell me
They were
more.
very lovely.
Yeah.
He was very, very kind. Probably the nicest out of all the boys, like Niall and him.
Yeah.
Here's the weird thing. My best friend Amanda goes, is it just me, or does your brother look so much like Harry Styles?
Oh, no.
That's a spanner, babe. That
And I
is a
go-
spanner.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. And so now it's a thing that my brother gets told he looks like Harry Styles. So the love affair is over. It's been
It's
over.
over.
That's a hard
It's
spanner
a
to get
spanner.
over.
You can't be getting over that spanner, babe.
It's a weird thing. Like, so he's my brother.
Yeah, okay. I won't ask then. I won't ask the question now. We all know the answer is no.
Good
It's
for
a
your
no.
brother, though. Does your brother ever
Great
go
for my
out to
brother.
bars and say that he's Harry Styles?
Do you know what was so funny? So when they watched the Perth show, one of my brothers, he got told he looked like Liam, and the other one looked like Harry. And so it's so weird. So we're in the box. They were in the box watching right at the side,
Yeah.
and some girls had kind of made a decision that they thought my brothers were One Direction.
Brilliant.
So they were going out and just going like this, like with their arms up, and all the crowd would be like, "Whoa!"
So much.
They were having the time of their lives. They were like, "Oh my God, this is what it would feel like."
Yes.
The final question from me, actually. This is a bit of a weird one, but I know that you're going to be... no, it's not that
How's it
weird.
going to get
Well,
weird?
it's not that weird. But I always wanted to know, with you amazing performers, you're going to be getting married soon. The ceremony's
Yeah.
going to happen soon. Okay.
Yes.
Do you perform at your own wedding?
You know what? And I feel like this might be controversial, but no,
Oh,
definitely not.
I
You
agree,
selfish
Sammy.
bitch.
No.
The people want to see you perform, Sammy.
You're supposed to call her that
joking?
behind her back in a
Wait till I
Celebrity
hang up,
Apprentice
Woody.
interview.
Yeah, exactly. Wait for your interviews with Ronnie.
Samantha Jade's brand new single, Dance Again. You're with Will and Woody for your drive home.
Bye, darling.
It's Will and Woody.
One of my favourite things about